So yes, we are Sartonica Group. We are an associate service partner and implementation partner of Dassault System SolidWorks. So just before touching this today's agenda, we'll just quickly wrap up with our some of our about our services and about us. So we are a team who are handling the current design data management and data security issues in the organization. Okay. We have formed as a vision of protecting and streamlining the organization workflow and automating the complete manufacturing cycle. So these are the few of the services what we offer. Design data management with SolidWorks Enterprise Product Data Management and SolidWorks Manage. We do SolidWorks Enterprise Product Data Management and SAP integrations, SAP ERP integrations. We do API and CAD-based customizations. We do give design automation services. And last, the automation of bill of material with BOM Creator. BOM Creator is an SolidWorks CAD add-on tool developed by our team for the automation of bill of material. Okay. So our today's agenda is automation of bill of material. So let's first understand. Okay. Sorry. These are a few of our value-added partners across India or in different regions. Yeah. Now, as we said, our today's agenda is of bill of material, the automation process of bill of material. So let's just understand, why do we need bill of materials? We need bill of material to understand the number of fabrication parts, manufacturing parts, motor items in a machine, right? It basically gives us the items which are required to be manufactured, which are required to be purchased, right? It gives us a glimpse of weight, what actual weight is required to fabricate this complete machine, and what all different grades of material we need for the fabrication of complete machine. All right. And also it gives a glimpse like what are the items which are required to be manufactured in-house, what are required to be manufactured out. There are n number of things. Why do we need bill of material? We have listed few of them, right? So there are a lot of certain features, and bill of material become the heart of the design department because it decides the complete manufacturing and the complete purchase time, everything. Right. Again, we do have something in SolidWorks already, right? We have bill of material options in SolidWorks, but still we saw there are few gaps, right? Which are not helping with the which is not taken care by our SolidWorks basic BOM. So let's understand what are these BOMs which are already available in SolidWorks. So in SolidWorks we have three types of BOM. One is top level BOM, which actually gives us the detail of the items available in my first level of the main assembly. It could be parts, it could be assembly, it could be sub-assembly, whatever. All the details of items which are available in my first level. Next is parts only. Parts only gives you the mixed detail of all the manufacturing parts, hardware, BOP, etc. Okay. Last is the SolidWorks indented BOM. SolidWorks indented BOM is nothing but the level by level, a hierarchical BOM, right? So there are say n number of sub-assemblies. So it gives you the detail of each sub-assembly in detail. What are other sub-assembly? What are parts? What are level by level detail? A level by level hierarchical detail, right? But as I said, we do have this kind of bill of material. But again, in CAD system, we have this bill of material, this facility. But what are the challenges we face in day-to-day life? First and foremost thing is the too much time in creating and uploading BOMs in our SAP or ERP system. Okay, so now again, designers make drawings, they make bill of materials, right? So now this bill of material has to be shared to the rest of the department of the organization, right? So this communication goes from the design. So now the platform we majorly now right now we are using a SAP or ERP system, so which is accessible to all other departments. So design what does is they create BOM, they upload it, they create BOMs and upload BOMs in the SAP system, and which is further shared. So this becomes a platform wherein they are sharing. But now this has become a challenge since now we are busy, we are taking too much time in uploading BOMs. We are taking too much time, we are typing it manually, and it takes longer duration of time, and we are doing it manually, right? So we again, there are two options we do it. We manually type each and every component in my SAP system, or we create something in our Excel CSV format and we upload it in our import it and upload it in our system, right? So this is again a manual and a time-consuming process, right? Next is the chaos between the design, production, planning, the different departments. Why does this chaos happen? This chaos happens because of a wrong BOM or a manual clerical mistake in our bill of material. So since again, say if I'm making a BOM manually, there are chances wherein we do mistake. And this mistake actually is not identified during the design phase, but it is identified during the assembly or at the delivery stage. Next is the segregation. So now, when I did segregation, so now the manufacturing parts are the concern of production department, initial concern of the production department. And we talk about BOP or hardware. These are the major concerns of our purchase department, right? So now, if a complete bill of material is given to the production or the purchase team, they are busy segregating it, right? The production segregates their own manufacturing parts and all, and the purchase is busy in segregating their BOP and hardware item. Again, a time-consuming job, time-taking job, right? Next is delay in delivery of projects because of improper planning. When we say improper planning, so now for every order, we do have a set delivery date, right? We have to deliver it within that time period. So now we have to plan our engineering, fabrication, purchase, everything, the vendor, everything, right? So now, if I'm not planning them properly, if I do not plan the manufacturing based on the lead time of the project delivery, so we end up getting this project delayed, right? Another biggest challenge in our industry. Another challenge is tracking of release of drawings. So when I say tracking of release of drawing right now, so what happens is people in organization, they do maintain some Excel or register wherein they note each and every drawing which is released to which person, right? So it is being done manually. And now sometimes if you do not fail to update the Excel or the register, so now you don't have a track. You lost the track. When did you issue a drawing or whom did you issue a drawing? You don't have that track. The drawing issue details, drawing release details. Next is the project costing. In costing, when we say a costing for a machine, right? Let's take an SPM industry or a packaging industry. So now what we understand is there are 5 major components of costing. When I say 5 major components, one is material, second is the handling or the labor cost, third is the engineering cost, fourth is the packing, and fifth is the transportation. So these 5 components constitute the complete costing of our project, right? If we miss any of the component, we end up in a cost contingency of the complete estimate, and this actually damages the complete project budget. One of the biggest challenges issue in handling production of multiple machines. So now, say again, I'm an SPM manufacturer. Okay, so now I have 5 or 6 different models of machines. Okay, so now if I get an order for all the 5 machines together, so we always face a challenge: which component, which drawing has to be manufactured first, which has to be prioritized first, which has to be prioritized second. So, and managing of the release of drawings from the design department becomes a biggest challenge. Okay. So now, understanding these aspects, we tried to cover a few points. We tried to cover these things, and we tried to understand these issues, and we tried to cover the issue through our software. So now, this is an interface of our BOM Creator. Okay, so this is as I said, this is an add-on tool developed by our team for the process of automation of complete manufacturing cycle. Okay, so now in this, I'll just quickly introduce you with the interface, and we'll see live how we are handling the issues and how we are controlling the things throughout this. Okay, so the first and foremost option what we see is the ERP bomb. So now this option will allow you to create a ready to upload ERP or SAP bomb directly from your CAD system, CAD SolidWorks system. So there won't be any interface. You can just quickly click and create a ERP bomb. Second is the design bomb. Design bomb is nothing but an enhanced version of a SolidWorks indented bomb. It gives you a level by level detail, and plus it will give you the complete composition of my machine. When I say composition of my machine, is the complete weight detail. So now if it is a 35-ton machine, so it will give you the details of like how much is stainless steel, how much is carbon steel, how much is plain carbon steel, etc. So it will give you the complete segregation. Next is the part list. Part list is nothing but a segregated report of all the manufacturing parts. No hardware, no BOP. It only has only the details of manufacturing parts. Same goes for the bot order list. If you want to generate a segregated bot order hardware list, you can just quickly click and generate it. And further, if you want to add further types based on your requirement, your industry vertical, we can do that. If you want to create a separate for sheet metal, hardware, machine components, etc., these types can also be created. Okay. Say this is a machine. Okay. This is a label printing machine. Okay. And say we want to generate all the reports for this kind of component. Okay. So now I'll just quickly go. I click on ERP bomb. The best part of working on BOM Creator is we'll be working only on the main parent assembly. We are not concerned about the child sub-assemblies, parts, hardware, etc. So we will be always working with the main parent assembly, right? So I click and open. I click it open. So it takes a little bit of time based on the size of the assembly. Here you can see the progress window. It will slowly progress, and it will show you, and it will generate a complete bomb. Okay. We'll say this for saving time. I'd already created one bomb. I'll show you what kind of bomb it creates. Okay. By the time it creates, I'll just run through the what it actually creates. So this is it, Excel report, a Microsoft Excel report, wherein you get the complete detail. Okay. So now these fields can be customized as per your SAP or ERP format. And these customization will be done by us, and you can give us your format, we can customize it, and we can generate the required fields so that you can upload it in your SAP system. So let me explain you how this report is created. So now, as you see, so there are sub-assemblies. There's a one main assembly, and there are further sub-assemblies ASY01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, and 09. And 01 as further, you can see there are further sub-assemblies and parts in this. Okay. So I'll take you to the report. I'll show you. So this is the first sub-assembly, and it has further one sub-assembly and its child. And this is the second sub-assembly, its child, and the level. So it goes by level. It scans everything and gives you the complete list. Right. And this format, again, as I said, can be saved and uploaded in your SAP or ERP system. Okay. Next option, what we discussed was the design bomb, right? So design bomb, as I said, is an again enhanced version of our SolidWorks indented bomb. So it is nothing but it gives you the glimpse of the again the first level, the complete first level, and the further inside this there's another sub-assembly and its child. It has further segregated its child, so on, right? So it gives you again complete detail. What is the basic advantage of this design bomb is that I get the complete composition. So when I say composition, again, these are the grades of material which are being used in this machine, and these are their respective weight in kgs. So you get the complete summary. So now you get an idea how much material is required to be booked for making this complete machine, right? This is again the finished weight, right? This is a finished weight. This is not the raw material weight, but the finished weight. Next is the part list. Part list, as I said, is the segregated details of only manufacturing parts. So it has only the details of manufacturing parts, the sheet metal, the manufacturing parts, right? All the reports will have the summary of material at the bottom of the report, except the BOP and hardware, since they are procured in terms of pieces, right? So they are not bought by weight. So for hardware and BOP, we do not have these material summary. Apart from that, all the reports will have the details of summary of weight, complete weight. Right. Next was the bought out list. Bought out list, as I said again, the details of hardware or the BOP item. So now these things can be given to the different department, the production or the concerned department during the design phase itself. So now the production or the purchase need not wait till they receive the complete drawing. So the drawing is in process. So now the designers can directly generate everything from their 3D CAD model and they can release it at the same instance. And this will help them save a lot of time, save a lot of your time, right? The planning which is done after receiving the drawing can be done before receiving those manufacturing drawings. Next, there's something called priority part list. So now what is this priority? So now every engineering, every manufacturing component has its own manufacturing lead time. So when I say manufacturing lead time, so there could be a number of components which could say there's a 1,000 component, 2,000 component machine. So now there could be some components which could be made in say 3 weeks of time from the date of drawing release. There could be components which could be made say in 10 days of time from the date of drawing release. There could be some component which could be made in 2 days of the drawing release. So now every component has its own manufacturing lead time. Now, so now item taking longer time to get manufactured will be my part of my high priority list, right? So this I will try to release first and get my components manufactured. And items taking average time to get manufactured would be my part of medium priority list, and item taking least time would be a part of my low priority list. Same goes for the hardware. So hardware also has some purchase lead time from the market purchase lead time. Pneumatic cylinder say takes 3 weeks of time to get available or from the date of order. So or the solenoid valve takes say 4 weeks of time, 4 to 6 weeks of time. So now every hardware also has. So purchase can also start planning during the design phase itself. These aspects seems to be very simple, very small thing, but it actually benefits in long run of the complete manufacturing. All right. Let me take you through. So now if I click and I can just quickly generate the part wise high priority list, right? This is my high priority list. Same if I want to see the bought out high priority list, I can see that. So this planning can be done again during the design phase itself. Next is the issue details or the drawing release details, what we say. So now we see designers release drawing, production comes back, we haven't received the drawing, we don't have the drawing, they missed it, right? So departments come back, and sometimes we have the track, but sometimes we do not. Since as I said, we maintain it through our Excel or some register. If we miss to make an entry, we lose that. But now here you can keep a track of complete release details. You can just click and quickly click and generate report will give you the details of what drawings you have issued to which department and what date did you issue, to whom did you issue, and how many times you have released the same drawing, right? Is it a reissue or a first issue, right? So now the confusion is gone. You can just keep a track. You need not keep it in your memory or somewhere. It's everything is inside your SolidWorks file. All the information. You can just click and generate the report. Same, issued to purchase of vendor. So this purchase ID, we have released the drawing on this was the last date of release and how this many times we have released. Right. A quick track. Right. Again, this eases complete operation. Next, you can see an option, and you can add further if you want to customize with few more departments in which are of your industry that can be customized. Okay. Next, there's an option called issue to none. Okay. So why this option is there? Because like as we say, well, again, we are handling 1,000, 2,000 components. We do not release all the drawings together at the same time. We partially release in each and every drawing, right? So today, say a designer releases a drawing today, 100 drawings today. Next day, he'll release another, say 300 drawings, so on. So now, if a designer wants to know what are the drawings which he has not issued yet, he can just quickly click and get a list which will give him the details of only those items which he has not released yet. Okay, so that he can release only those drawings. He will not re-release the drawings which have released earlier. So just keep a track. Again, tracking becomes more easier. Next, say if you want to identify, if you want to segregate, basic segregation, what are the in-house components which are required to be manufactured in-house, what are required to be manufactured outsourced, right? So you can just quickly click and create a segregated list. So if I click and see in-house fabrication items, right? Say this is my BOP, outsourced. Okay. Next, a very interesting feature. Okay, called one of the decorated feature of us is the project costing. Okay. So now, what does this help you? This basically help you in calculating the complete project cost. So when we say project cost, we have put in here with the fabrication cost. The fabrication cost is the combination of material and the handling or the labor cost. Second is the engineering cost, packing cost, and the transportation cost. So we have tried to cover up the major components of costing and put in here so that the user can get the composition of complete machine and key in their respective weight and can get the complete project cost. Say, as I said, this machine had these many grades of material, right? And now this is their respective weight, and these are the respective per cost per kg, right? So when I say stainless steel 304, it's 350 rupees a kilo. Okay. So when I say 350 rupees, it's the material cost, the handling charges, the welding, operation, pickling, passivation, etc. So this 330 rupees a kilo for stainless steel is the cost to the industry, right? So now, similarly, plain carbon steel, 130 rupees a kilo. So this includes the surface treatment cost, the handling charges, the material cost, etc. So now you get the complete finished weight cost of the machine, and I click. And next, say design engineering takes 350 hours for making this complete drawing, and my per hour engineering cost is 2,000 rupees per hour. If I need to do some structural analysis, so they say it takes say 50 hours of engineering, and it costs me 5,000 rupees an hour. So that's my engineering cost, total engineering cost for this project. And say I need to do this packing. So this is my box size, 500 by 300 feet. These are the number of boxes. This is the cost per CFT, per cubic feet cost. And this is my total packing cost for this machine. And if what are vehicles I need, I can just put in my type of vehicle, number of vehicle, the cost per vehicle, and this is my total project cost, right? So now this costing can be done without any cost contingency and considering all the parameters. Interesting? The last feature, the comparison of machines. So now what is this comparison? As we said, again, let's again take an example of the SPM industry. SPM industry is like, say I'm making 5, 6, 7 different variants of machines, right? And each model and all the models will have something in common and something in unique, right? So now say I receive an order for all the 6 machines all together. So now as a designer, what we do is we release the drawings of individual machine individually. right? So now here what we are giving you an option is we are giving you a provision where you can compare 5 machines, maximum of 5 machines at a time, and you can identify what are my common parts or assemblies or BOP or hardware, right? Basically, I'll show you. So now, so say I compared these 2 machines, so I can identify what are my common parts or the unique parts. These are the part numbers, the description, and the total quantity in machine 1, the total quantity in machine 2, and the total quantity. So now, when I plan manufacturing of similar components together, it helps me save a lot of material, right? It helps us save a lot of material when we plan the manufacturing of similar components, right? So this will help you save a lot of scrap, a lot of material wastage, what happen normally because we plan the manufacturing or different machines on different this thing. So now we have a list which has the details of like which part number has to be manufactured in how many quantity in total quantity, and the production will have the glimpse of an idea which will tell them how many have to be manufactured in total and what are quantity which are required to be placed in individual respective machine. So here this is the ERP bomb which is being created, what I've been saying, what we have been talking about, right? So this is how it gets created. It normally takes a little, as I said, time based on the size of the assembly. Yeah. Okay, sorry, we've been talking. Let's minimize that. Okay, so now we've been talking about this comparison. So now, yeah, as I said, we can get the common details, common and the unique details, and plan our manufacturing accordingly, which will actually help us save our lot of scrap, lot of material which is wasted, right? Yeah. Any questions, any queries? Hello. Any questions there?
No, sir.
No, please go.
Okay, great. No questions. Wow. Okay, anyone who, yeah, I'm actually done with the presentation. I've completed all the features. Okay, so now if anyone feels like this product is useful for the organization, this could be useful for the organization, can please send us your request for a 7 days trial directly to my mail ID, so that we can process a 7 days trial so that you can install and have a complete feel of this product and understand how it works. Okay. You can directly write me. These are the contact details. You can directly write me to my mail ID. If anyone feels like they need this trial license and feel that this could be useful for the organization, then please feel free to write to us. Also, I'd like to just quickly give you a glimpse of our this is the product matrix of this product. So we have 3 modules in this: BOM Creator Lite, BOM Creator Advanced and BOM Creator Premium. The Lite will have the features of like the design BOM and the ERP BOM, the complete segregated part list, segregated bot out list, the priority part list, the priority bot out list. And BOM Creator Advanced will have all the features of BOM Creator Lite, plus the drawing tracking details, fabrication place, and the fabrication costing, the project costing basically. And the BOM Creator Premium will have all the features of Lite and Advanced, plus the comparison of machines. All right. So again, if anyone has any query or any suggestion, any improvement for suggestion, please feel free. No, it's not like PDM. It's an independent CAD independent software. It's not like PDM. Okay, if there's no more questions, we can end this session now. I would again thank everyone for joining us for this meeting. As I said, again, if anyone who feels like this trial could help them, so we can just please send a request to us. We can help you install a trial version on your machine, and so that you can have the complete feel. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Thanks for your time.